What's going on, everybody? This is Stever here again. Today we are going to go over my retro video game collection so far. I've only been collecting again for about 4 months. I used to collect back in the day, about 10 years ago, and I just didn't have the money to, and I didn't have the space. But now that I have my own house and I have a little bit extra money, I started collecting again. I've been collecting a lot of Switch games, a lot of PS2, a lot of like NES, SNES, N64. Just got a pretty big gem. You can see that in my last video. I'll leave a link to it below. But yeah, guys, with that being said, let's get into just a quick overview of my video game collection. Alright guys, starting out with my GameCube collection. We got Super Mario Sunshine, we got all the heavy hitters, we got some of my favorite Tony Hawk games ever. Tony Hawk Underground 1 and 2. I have American Wasteland, it's over there in my GameCube. It's by far my favorite game out of the series because that's the one that's the most nostalgic. I got NBA Street, and you can play as Mario characters in that. And I got Street 1 and 2, Dave Mirror BMX. All of these games are so nostalgic. Gun, I played that even before I thought about playing Red Dead 1 or 2. It was so legendary. And then heavy hitter right there, Simpsons Hit and Run. Such a great game. I really don't play my GameCube too awful much, but when I do, I try to play for like the whole day. It's crazy. Then we got my really tiny Wii collection. I have 2 more Wii games. It's both the Wii Zelda games that are down here on the counter. I need to get more shelf space because there's absolutely no room. Absolutely no room. And then we got my Switch collection. We got all the heavy hitters, all the Mario games. I don't really play Zelda games on the Switch because I played Breath of the Wild for a little bit and kept getting so mad because the weapons would break all the damn time. Like, it was crazy. But we have my favorite platformer on the game. We got Celeste. It's such a good game. And then we got the Crash Team Racing, Crash Bandicoot, Insane Trilogy. We have Spyro Reignited. And then we have a sealed limited run golf story. This is by far my favorite RPG ever made. I'm not an RPG guy, but by far my favorite one. We have a sealed Turtle Shredder's Revenge, the retro edition, I think it's called. And we got Red Dead 1 and then the Cowabunga collection. I'm a huge Turtle fan, huge Red Dead Redemption fan, as you can tell, because I have Red Dead Redemption and then I have Undead Nightmare. And I also have Prototype. It's like a Xbox version of Infamous. It's such a good game. I remember playing that when I was a kid, or not even a kid, when I was like 18, and I was like, wow, that's pretty good. Then my pitiful 360 collection. This was my first like last gen console that I ever purchased. The first console I really ever purchased for myself too. So we got Rare Replay, super good game. Grand Theft Auto 5, Forza 3, Forza Horizon 3, Insane Trilogy, Reignited Trilogy, Bioshock Trilogy. We got some crappy Madden game, Return to Arkham. That's the trilogy, I believe. We got Jedi Fallen Order, Skate 1, NBA 2K18, UFC, Sniper Elite 4. That's an underrated shooter game. I have all 3 of the Skate games. Them are probably some of the most nostalgic games out for me because I love skateboarding. I love skateboarding video games. As you can tell, like I have every Tony Hawk video game on different consoles and everything else. And our PS4 collection. There's some heavy hitters in here. And then I have a lot of filler titles that I've never actually played. I just kind of bought because I got a good deal on them. Like, I own Crash and Spyro on all 3 systems and on PC. The Reignited and Insane trilogy. But I'd never seen it in this sleeve before, and I seen it at GameStop, I think, and then I had to pick it up. It was like one of the last good experiences I had at GameStop. Then Crash 4, absolutely great game. They really did great with the Crash Bandicoot IP and whatnot. And then we got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Such a great game. The physics are right there where they need to be. We got Medieval, classic PlayStation 1 game. I need to pick that up on PS1 again. I have it. Oh, I have Medieval 2. I need to pick up Medieval 1 on PS1. But here are all of my CIB PS1 games. Tin Pan Alley, super nostalgic. Miss Pac-Man's Maze Madness, Namco Museum, Arcade's Greatest Hits, Atari Collection, Gran Turismo, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and 3, all 3 of the Spyro games, all 3 of the Crash platforming games, Crash Team Racing, Ape Escape, and a demo disc. I picked this up for $5. I think it was in my last video. I remember this demo disc from when I was a kid. It has Spyro 2 on it. And I remember playing this level in Ripto's Rage over and over and over and over again. It's absolutely legendary, dude. Alright, and here's my 1 in 64 game. It's a CIB Tony Hawk's Pro Skater on the N64. I don't even have an N64 right now. I actually sold it to my buddy. I want to get a Funtastic N64 and then start the collection, but I'm trying to get 1 CIB game for each console, cartridge-based console from Nintendo, and I'm having a decent amount of luck finding CIB at flea markets and whatnot around here. Hopefully we find some at Torg Retro Gaming Expo. And then we got Zelda Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, and we have our first PSP game of the day, Tony Hawk's Project 8. I almost have all of the handheld Tony Hawk games, including the Game Boy Advance. I'm still missing the DS Tony Hawk game. It's American Wasteland or American Skateland or whatever it is. And then here are most of my NES games and Super Nintendo games. I have, the staple Super Mario Duck Hunt, Super Mario 2, 3, Kirby's Adventure, probably my favorite game, one of my favorite games on the system. Adventures, we got Zelda 2, Legend of Zelda, Metroid, DuckTales, Battletoads. We got Tiny Toons, and then the first Turtles game. I actually have this complete in box. I will show you that here in a moment. And then we got a bunch of like filler titles. We got Dr. Mario, another copy of Super Mario Bros. And Duck Hunt. Tecmo Wrestling, Rambo. We got SNES games. We got Link to the Past, Kirby Superstar, another nostalgia game. Super Metroid, NBA Jam, gotta have an NBA Jam title. We have Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong Double Trouble, that's such a good game. The first Mortal Kombat, Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball. We got Sidekick Soccer, Michael Jordan in the Windy City. It's actually, that's such a weird game. We got Speedy Gonzales. This game is so fun. I need to hook up my SNES to play this again. We got Beavis and Butthead. We got 2 Star Wars games on the SNES. I don't even remember what this game is. Oh, we got Scooby-Doo Mysteries. That game's pretty fun too. Like, most of these games were from my childhood that I had. And then we have Super Mario All-Stars and my OG copy of Super Mario World. Absolutely legendary. We got some random 360 games. We'll go over here first. This is my handheld shelf. My PSP is over on my computer desk, and I don't have all of my Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games here at the moment. But I got basically a CIB original Game Boy. You can see that in the video where when I picked it up, my game pickups video that I posted last. I have my Game Boy Advance SP. It's kind of busted, but it's from childhood. I had to keep it. I got most of the Tony Hawk games right here for Game Boy Advance. I think I'm missing 1 or maybe 2 of the games so far. We got the Tetris that came with the Game Boy. We got a CIB Super Mario Land. I got a hell of a deal on that. And then we got these cases here that I got off of Etsy because I had disc only on all of these games. And I was like, man, I want something to be able to put on a shelf. And I picked all these up on the Etsy, or on Etsy rather. I'm gonna try to find the store and I'll post a link in the description below. But yeah, these are super good. Like, it has like the original game art and stuff, just kind of blown up on a PS3 case. Then we got a very yellowed SNES. That is my OG SNES, the SNES Classic. And we got my OG Sega Genesis. We got Sonic Spinball, not Mario, what am I doing? We got Animaniacs, we got the Sega Genesis Mini. We got Tiny Toons, some baseball game that I really don't even know what it is. CIB Sonic 2. We have Sonic and Knuckles over here. And Double Dragon and Battletoads. Up to my NES shelf. One of my Twitch viewers, a buddy of mine, bought me this fake neon sign of a Mario star. So I figured, why not put it on my NES shelf? But I got a CIB Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NES game up there. We got an NES Classic, and then my OG NES. We got a modded PS1 Classic. It still has the box and all the cables and whatnot, so it's still CIB with all the paperwork. We got my OG PS1 that I got for Christmas in like 2002. It was, or not even 2002, it was in the 90s. And then a G Fuel with Spyro, my favorite platforming character. You know, I absolutely despise Dragon Fruit, but I had to buy it and drink it because I have a problem with Spyro. Alright, and here are my PS2 games. We got ATV Off-Road Fury, MX vs. ATV. We got a banger, Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory. We got a couple Ratchet and Clanks. We got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, Project 8, Improving Grounds, God of War 1 and 2, and then all 3 Jak and Daxter games. Bangers on the PS2. Alright, moving on to some games that I took off the shelf to make room for all the other games. We got Skate 1 and 2. We got Need for Speed Most Wanted on PSP. We got a open Golf Story limited run. I may use this for trade bait. We got Halo 3 and Brutal Legend. underrated game. It's such a good game. And we got Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Convicted. That's also a pretty good game. And then we got NFL Blitz 2003 and a loose copy of Ape Escape. And then here are all of my other loose games that I just don't have homes for yet, you know. So we're gonna try to complete some of them. And then there's Sonic and Knuckles. We have a Rumble pack for an N64 controller that I still have for my N64 that I sold to a buddy. Got a Red Dead 2. Look at Arthur Morgan in all of his amazing bliss. There's Prince of Persia. I ran out on the shelf, as you can clearly see. We got Duck Hunt. Just normal Duck Hunt. I've never seen that in a while. I had to pick it up for like $5. We got a Super Game Boy that is absolutely gross. I need to clean it. We got the Bigs on PSP. I actually have Bigs 2 in the case with it. Thanos Underground. We got Daxter. This game has 3 pretty good games on it. Trials HD and Limbo. NFL Blitz 2000. PS2 Fat that actually took a crap on me. Some big A and B buttons for my keyboard. It's weird. 8-bit dough makes a keyboard like an NES style. It's pretty awesome. We got a Dreamcast that's not hooked up. I'm actually thinking about trading that for some video games. My OG GameCube that needs a little bit of cleaning. My free Wii that's backwards compatible. PS2 Slim. And my Toshiba CRT TV. Definitely still has a great picture. And we have a box of cables right next to it. I'm not going to show you that mess. Alright guys, that was my game collection so far. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that sub button, drop a like, and leave a comment below on what your favorite game was from my collection so far. We are definitely enjoying game hunting, and I love making videos for you guys. If you guys want to see more, please check out my channel and all of my other pickups videos. We are not going to be doing a pickups video next week either. I have a video coming out of what I'm going to be playing on my Nintendo Switch on a 30-hour drive. But like I said, guys, this has been Seaver. I love you guys. Appreciate you. Catch you guys on the next one. See ya.